Welcome back, guys, for another episode of Rolling with Carlos. Today we're going to go ahead and cover the sudden departure of defensive back coach Will Harris. Will Harris spent the 2024 season with the Florida Gators, coming from the the LA Chargers of the NFL. But in an abrupt move this past Thursday, he has now left the University of Florida to go to the University of Miami to coach the defensive backs at the University of Miami. There was previous talks that Billy Napier and him were in talks about a contract, but there was also talks that there was a rift between Will Harris and de facto defensive coordinator Ron Roberts. So Will Harris has moved on to the University of Miami in a sudden move, but Billy Napier quickly, in less than 3 days, has hired his replacement, and it is Deron Wilson from Arkansas. Deron Wilson previously was with the Gators as a quality control specialist for the DBs back in 2022. And now he's back with the Gators as the defensive back coach. Deron was originally with Arkansas this past season, but had accepted a DC position at Georgia State University. I'm going to go ahead over some stats about Will Harris and then get into more detail about Deron Williams. Will Harris came to the Gators for the 2024 season. The Gators finished with an 8-5 record under Will Harris. They defeated number 21 LSU, number 9 Ole Miss, and Florida State and Tulane in the 16th annual Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla. The Gators were one of just 6 unranked teams in the nation to boast multiple top 25 wins last year. As a unit, the Florida defense finished the season ranked 9th in the nation in the red zone defense, 11th in sacks per game at 3, 11th in fumbles recovered, and 13th in turnovers gained. The Gators defense improved in nearly every statistical category from 2023 to 2024. Sacks plus 17, tackles for loss plus 28, fumbles forced plus 11, pass breakups plus 12. Individually, Tyquez Bridges, which went to the NFL, had a tremendous season, seeing playing time at both safety and cornerback. He led the Gators with 70 tackles on the year, along with 1 tackle for loss, 2 interceptions, 6 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles. Jordan Castell was also a key piece for the University of Florida, finishing with 55 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and team best 9 pass breakups. Dealing with the onslaught of injuries to the secondary all year, Harris helped steady the group that helped the Florida defense finish the season with at least 1 takeaway in 10 straight games and 12 times in 13 games. A coaching veteran with more than a decade of experience, Harris's resume included stints as defensive coordinator at Georgia Southern and as Washington's defensive back coach, where he led one of the best secondary groups in the country. In 2022, in his first year as defensive coordinator with the Eagles, Harris led a young Georgia Southern defense that posted 15 red zone stops, which was second in the FBS. and was in the top 20 nationally in red zone defense. Georgia Southern posted 11 interceptions and 65 pass breakups under Harris's system. Prior to Georgia Southern, Harris had spent successful seasons from 2018 to 2021 coaching Washington's defensive backs. So there you see he had an extensive college career, plus he also coached in the NFL. As you know, we ended up with a good recruiting class in terms of defensive backs. Now the question is, will the defensive backs hit the spring portal? We don't know that yet, ladies and gentlemen. But now let's go ahead and talk about Deron Williams. Deron Williams, like I said, he was the quality in his first season with the Gators back in 2022. He was quality control analyst for the defensive backs. And he had just signed with Georgia State to be their defensive coordinator and had improved a Arkansas defense in the defensive backfield with the talent he was getting for Arkansas. And I'm going to go ahead and play a clip for you guys of what his philosophy is in terms of what he believes should be with how defensive backs should attack and how they should study. And then I'll go ahead and read a quick article from Florida Hail and then give you my final thoughts. But I like the fact that Billy Napier has quickly replaced Will Harris, so we can mitigate any transfers in the transfer portal in the spring. Let's see what happens, but I'm going to go ahead and play the clip, and then we'll go from there, guys.
Ability and football IQ. When you get a PhD,
this is Deron Williams, guys.
Right? That means you'll be in the NFL for 6+ years. Just off of I understand what we talk about in the defensive back room, having a PhD in football, right? When you think about elite players, they're just not playing off ability. They're playing off of ability and football IQ. When you get a PhD in football, right, that means you'll be in the NFL for 6+ years. Just off of I understand when two go in, what one gonna do. When two go out, what one gonna do. When it comes down to reading concepts, when it's talking about man coverage, come down to ability, the stems of receiver. And you see it on film, and I know we're heading in the right direction when we talk about a PhD in football. When I see something the third time and I come back and I'm about to walk up to them and talk to them. I'll be about to walk up and they say exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, all right, we're heading in the right direction. We definitely climbing and we turning upwards.
All right, there you go. There you see the thoughts of Deron Williams. I think he's a suitable replacement. He's young. He's not old school. He's a young guy. He says that once the defensive backs realize that they made a mistake, but they know where they made the mistake, that's where he understands that they're understanding the system and how to play defensive backs. Guys, leave me your thoughts down below. And if you watched the whole video, put Go Gators. And let me know what you think of this hire and the quickness that Billy Napier did to replace Will Harris with Deron Williams. It was less than 3 days and we already have a defensive back coach. I think that was key to try to keep the defensive back class intact for the 2025. We'll see what happens with this spring transfer portal. Guys, like always, like, share, and subscribe. And if you want custom cups, custom keychains, or custom candles, check them out at RollinwithCarlos.com. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a good day. Peace.